If you're going through a divorce right now, the first thing I want to say is I'm truly sorry. This is one of the hardest seasons of life a person can walk through. And if you own a home together, I know there's a whole layer of uncertainty sitting on top of everything else that you're already carrying and going through. In my experience, I've had the privilege of sitting across from a lot of people in exactly this place. And what I've seen time and time again is that the right information delivered with care can make an enormous difference in how things go. So today I want to share 5 things that I genuinely believe are going to help you protect yourself, protect your equity, and move through this part of the process feeling, a little more steady. I'm Don Pelletier with the Don Pelletier Group. I've been helping San Diego homeowners navigate real estate for over 4 decades, and I've sold over 2,200 homes. Over time, some of the most meaningful work that I've ever done has been alongside families that are going through difficult transitions, including divorce. I don't take that lightly. My job isn't to just sell a home, it's to make sure the people that I work with, they come out of this process feeling that they were treated with honesty, care, and respect every step of the way. So here's what I want to walk you through today. 5 things that will give you a clearer picture of where you stand and what your options are. Why the timing of the sale matters and how to think through it. How California's community property laws affect your home and why working with a neutral real estate agent protects both of you. How to protect your equity even when emotions are running high. The full team of professionals that you deserve to have in your corner. Tip number 1, think carefully about timing. One of the very first questions that comes up when a couple decides to sell the shared home is when. And while that might sound like a really simple scheduling question, the timing of your home sale, it actually has real legal and financial implications that are really worth understanding before you make any big decisions. Selling before the divorce is finalized is often the most straightforward path, but both parties are still co-owners, so decisions can be made together and the proceeds become part of the settlement. Many couples find that resolving the home sale early on actually reduces one source of ongoing tension during an already emotional process. Selling during the proceedings is also very common. However, it requires both parties to align on key decisions like the listing price, offer acceptance, and how the home is prepared. When there's conflict, that alignment can be really difficult to reach and delay in both the sales and cost you money. Selling during the divorce finalized sometimes make, particularly good sense when children are involved or when one spouse plans to remain in the home temporarily. But this again requires very careful documentation in the divorce decree so that both parties' rights and responsibilities, they're clearly defined going forward. So there's really no right answer. I would never tell you what that is. What I would tell you though is that your real estate agent and your divorce attorney, they need to be working in alignment. And that decision should be made thoughtfully rather than reactively. Well, tip number 2, understanding California community property law. California is what's called a community property state. In plain terms, it simply means that any home purchased, during the marriage is generally considered equally owned by both spouses, regardless of whose name appears on the mortgage or the deed. Both of you have equal standing, and that's actually designed to protect both of you. Now, there are exceptions. A home purchased, for example, before the marriage, a home received as an individual inheritance or a gift, or situations covered by prenuptial agreement. But absent those specific circumstances, the home is a shared asset, and it needs to be treated that way throughout the entire process. So what this means practically is that, neither party can make unilateral decisions about the sale, not the listing price, not whether to accept a specific offer, not anything major without the other's agreement and consent, or a court order. I've seen situations where one spouse tried to move things forward without the other's knowledge, and it almost always made things harder and a lot more painful for everyone involved. So understanding this, up front isn't meant to feel like a constraint. It's actually a foundation that you can build on. Both of you are equally protected, and when both parties approach the sale knowing that, it becomes, much steadier, more collaborative process. Well, tip number 3, work with a neutral agent who represents the transaction. This tip might be the most important one in the whole video, and I say that with complete sincerity. In a divorce sale, the agent you choose needs to be someone that both parties can trust. Someone who is clearly working in the interest of the transaction and not in the interest of, one spouse over the other. When an agent has been referred to by online parties in existing relationship with just one spouse, that can create a sense of imbalance, even if the agent is acting with complete integrity. That perception alone can make an already difficult process feel adversarial. A truly neutral agent brings something that's really valuable to this kind of a situation: steadiness. My role in these transactions is to keep the focus on the property, the market, and the outcome, creating a professional environment where both parties feel genuinely heard. Over the course of my career, I've worked alongside many couples going through this experience. It requires a certain kind of discretion and care, and I'm proud of how those transactions have gone, and I'm proud of the relationships that I still have with many of those clients today. Tip number 4, protect your equity. I want to speak very gently about something here because I've seen it happen many times, and I care personally about the people that I work with too much to skip it. When you're going through a divorce, there's often a moment, or sometimes it's a long stretch of moments, where you just want it to be over with, you know? You want to be free of the shared financial tie, and that completely is understandable feeling can sometimes lead to decisions that cost significant equity. Example, accepting a low offer because it came in quickly. Skipping preparation because coordinating with your ex feels just too hard. Pricing below market because someone just wants to move on. I understand every one of those impulses deeply, but in San Diego, where home equity is often the most substantial financial asset that a couple has built together, every one of those shortcuts has consequences that outlast the divorce itself. What I always ask my clients to do, gently and with full understanding of how hard this is to treat the sale of this home like a significant financial transaction that it is. The proceeds from this home are going to help fund the next chapter of two people's lives, and you both deserve to walk away with every dollar that you've earned. That means pricing it correctly, preparing it thoughtfully, evaluating offers carefully. It's the same process I'd apply to any listing, and done with the right support, it doesn't have to feel overwhelming. 3 things that protect equity in a divorce sale: honest market-based pricing from day one, not price driven by urgency or emotion, reasonable preparation before listing, even simple staging and professional photography matters, patience to evaluate offers properly rather than accepting, the first one out of relief. Tip 5, you deserve a full team around this real estate transaction, not just one piece. I want you to take away from this video is that you don't have to navigate any of this alone. Selling a home, during divorce involves more than a real estate transaction. And the people who come through this process, feeling the most supported, they're the ones who had the right team around them from the beginning. But here's who that team should include: family law attorney, compassionate, experienced real estate agent, a CPA or financial advisor, and in certain situations, a mediator, if you need one. Each service provider in this team is focused on getting you and your spouse the results that you deserve, and they should be included in every step of the process. Before I let you go, think carefully about timing and align it with your legal situation. Understand that California community property law is there to protect both of you. So choose a neutral agent that you both trust, protect your equity even when part of you just wants to be done with this, and build a full team around you because you both deserve that support. I know this video covers a lot, and I know that if you're watching it right now, you may be in the middle of one of the hardest seasons of your life. I just wanted you to know that there are people in your corner who do this with care. It would be an honor to help you through this season of life if you choose that. If you're navigating divorce and you have questions about what happens to your home, or you need resources, please know that reaching out costs you nothing at all and comes with no pressure whatsoever. You can head to donpelletier.com and schedule a callback, or share a little about your situation even if you're not sure exactly where you are in the process yet. And I'll reach out to every single client personally, myself. And if you also need a trusted referral to a family law attorney, a great mediator, or a CPA in San Diego, please ask. I've got relationships with some of the top professionals in the county that I genuinely trust. I'm happy to connect you with them. The link and all my other contact information is in the description below. And if you found this video brought you any clarity or comfort, I hope you'll subscribe. I put out new content every month for San Diego homeowners, walking through real decisions in their real lives. And you deserve to have good information in your corner. Well, thank you very much for watching. Take good care, and I hope to see you the next time.